GotQuestions.org Ministries. So you want to keep the 6,000 year legend. You may not. You may not keep that legend. It's not a valid teaching. The earth is older than 6,000 of age. Let's confirm. So what will I do having spent 13 years confirming? Let's confirm. How long have Australia been in Australia? 60,000 years. Aboriginal people have been in Australia for at least 60,000 years. Okay. I'm just going for a walk while I'm thinking about your closure plan, to be honest. So, the evolution of writing and the bad joke ending of the Bible. Edit, paste without formatting. 60,000 years. Aboriginal people have been in Australia for at least 60,000 years. So, Aboriginal, 60,000 years. Torres Strait Islanders, at least 2,500 years. So here is your delta of you're just a cult. This is why this is a 13-year parable of taking you out of hell. Torres Strait Islanders, at least 2,500 years. In this exchange, 60,000 years, at least 2,500 years, something wiggled. A boat probably got to the Aboriginal people and they some technology. So somebody from Europe got to Aboriginal, then they got a boat over to the Torres Strait area, where then later it was kept on good record. So in the year 2020, we can pick it up for Kennewick Man. Okay, we have a cult over there. This is your European contact into for this rise in birth defects Washington State doctors concerned. When did man evolve already? Well, they evolved a very simple parable of when did you evolve? Rise in birth defects. So 25 concerned stop point. Distance meant a close and nearby cult of disobedient shame existed, such as the disobedient, shameful cult, which was a Baptist center of cult teaching in the year 1986. I don't really give a so this guy's only been there for 22 years, but he's a senile elder. So, not 1886. He is the man who I'm doing his retirement. Thanks for keeping the edge of the earth and costing me $250,000 recents. 1966. So I was baptized in this cult. In 1966, we no teach 86 is when I was baptized, not 66. I'm not that old. Sorry about that. 1986, which I have known since I was 10 in 1986. Two things did not happen. One, God did not magically poof 6,000 years ago. In addition, the information I read in my childhood encyclopedias. In my my young adult, my teenage, my what would you got your encyclopedias when you're about 10, 8, 10. So my but which I used throughout all high school. So good encyclopedias. My encyclopedia set an observation on PBS that we had false record of Earth history, which was confirmed through the local geology of Washington State. Local geology of Washington State. I dedicated my non-mathematical, call that my earth, my geology. I studied a hell of a lot of geology, a lot of private, personal, and public, and geology is my thing. I love geology, especially in photography. You can do so much with it. You can you're measuring this. So how wow, that was 20,000 years ago. That volcano blew up according to that flow over there. You go take pictures. Geology. It's you're looking at the earth. You're looking at the fossil remains of what is older than 6,000 years of age. Cult. What are you driving on? You don't know how to look at the earth. Cult. Brainless, formless, dead, mentally ill. Sorry, give me your bot bill. You're done. Okay, you're done. Now, on the first day you being done, have a feast. You're unleavened. And while they were eating, and I took some bread. There's like 5 words in this book that Jesus actually said, and the other ones, whom seed was sown among the thorns, and you kept 6,000s, and they did not understand this statement written down after the year 3,500 BC. And going up, you were left out there, and the chief seat in the synagogues and places of honor at your back. So we have this minuscule, over 600,000 pages, but compared to what they don't know, which is their brain dead, they're like this big in world history. They're not even a speck of sand. Yeah, sorry, Esther. We didn't know you were there. Because of that, what the fuck? I gotta put on a hijab. I can't. That's sacred. That's so stupid to fuck with. After 13 years, I'm brain dead fucking with this thing. Reading this cult website. You did. I remember you. I want to give you that much credit. I checked for you in 99 and you were there, and you were there first. I want to give you that. Did we remember this? I asked, is 6,000 years, and and with your picture that you can still see. I wish, and now Google corrected that. Of course, more than one person knows it's wrong. It was so cool. You were there, and you're still here. Nothing's ever changed. That was 99. I'm watching these kids mate with stuffed animals, and I think that one has actually curbed down a little bit. You're just in hell. To get me at the end of the road to kind of sweep up, and you're getting the Rocky and Horror picture show. Oops, you're getting me taking the Bible back because of Elizabeth Terrell. You're getting me explaining to you that female circumcision has to get knocked off, and everyone in the United States is going to listen to me and handwrite their Bible and send them notes and tell them to fuck it off. And you're going to get me telling you all to fuck off. You're going to get me telling you to leave me the fuck alone and put hijabs on your daughters. You're going to get me telling you that you're pieces of insensitive nothings. You're going to get me telling you you are actually in hell. You're so far off. No fire? Yes, yes, yes. Plenty of fire. What's the news? Okay, let's find out from John. And Pilate therefore heard this statement. He was therefore more afraid. Yeah, so nothing here, because what was the statement? And the Jews answered him, "We have a law. By that law he ought to die, because he made himself out to be the Son of God." A Jew. We're purging based on the aesthetic origin of ancestry. He's an albino. They wanted to get rid of him. However, this is a fabricated story he wrote for you. And John, I don't know if he wrote that line. It's the latter half, so John wrote it. This was the scroll that Jesus began for John. And so let's go back here. John, when was this magically poof? Date 85 to 90. No. Didn't happen. In the beginning, once upon a time, didn't happen. Yeah, God used to be in this book, but he's not anymore. Was the word, and the God used to be in this book, but he's not anymore. We have this really cool cult website over there that also took God out of this book, and they kept a 6,000 year legend. You don't need this book with that cult website. You just need 2 pages from them. Wow, look at what they did in this newspaper article. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being, God not being in this book ever. Apart from him, God not being in this book. Serious. And in him, God not being in this book, never, and Jesus being an albino fucked you over. In his fullness we have received God not being in this book, and Jesus saying fuck you, and he remained upon him. God not being in this book, and Jesus saying fuck you. You kept a 6,000 year legend. And on the 3rd day there was a wedding in Canaan. God not being in this book, you kept a 6,000 year legend. Brainless, formless, dead in hell. God not being in this book. The Jews, therefore, God, it only takes 1 day to know that God's not in this book, and God left you know. I picked you out to help you out. I'm preparing your. I want to go make a. I'd rather go make a. I'm so bored. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for a walk and put on a hijab. I am so bored. Oh, great! The earth is older than 6 months. Friend who joined. Take this one 100% seriously. Your congregations who sit there listening to you, and every time that moves, whenever you hear somebody cry, whenever that bit, like, why'd that happen? Whenever that one person always has to have their wife sit this exact way, and the wife has to always do this to him, at 27 minutes, you look up, yep, every time, and you get that little wiggle, every syncopated step. Baby made a stinky. It was cute. Every syncopated moment in your pulpit preaching, is timed to these words being legend. Down to, oh, I told that story and that same family walked out halfway through and we didn't pick it out halfway the first time. Everyone is the exact same. You are programming them badly. You are programmed badly because you personally refuse to repent at when you're looking out at your congregation. Hey, they bought it. Serious. That's how simple my 13 years has been. No, that's actually how mature I've become in my 13 years, and I already retired from vice presidency, type thing. So, and retired from vice presidency type scene. This name was there face to face with God in a tent with a magic walkie talkie box that always worked, I guess, except when it didn't. And you took God out of this book, and whoever believed me may have eternal life. And we have to all of these believed in. Everything has to be changed into proper context, into, okay, this is what happened in this line, and we retain this legend for this long. Plink. Sorry, Australia. There's a Pope. Got questions. Hod, the manifestation. Let me read a little bit. Aboriginal people have been in Australia for at least 60,000 years. For at least, yeah. So 75, some accounts. Indigenous, it doesn't matter. It's that era that they burn their bodies. That you will never know. That is a wiped, clean, pure era. No mummification. That was a weird attribute through this. We should probably take a record of where these albinos come in, and these were the gods type thing. It is only in the last 500 years we have albinism as a birth defect. Apes. Yeah, when did we evolve writing? Okay, albinism as a birth defect. Writing, a system of graphic marks represented the units of a specific language, invented independently. So you have a cult over there, and a cult over there, and a cult right there. In the Near East, China and Mesoamerica, cult over there, cult right here, right there. And, in those 4 places, or 3 places, the cuneiform script giving you your off switch, the cuneiform script not created, but taught through by the albino, present day Iraq, and where they were at 3200 BC. And so Seth was alive. At 3200 BC, Adam was fucking alive, as far as this shit Adam might have touched, you're so far hallucinating. Adam was real. You're not. It is also the only writing system which can be traced to its earliest prehistoric origin. The antecedent, a word, doesn't matter, of the cuneiform script is a system of accounting. So what you have here is a legend that these tokens in a world peace, they didn't have any struggles for anything. They were trading goods using clay tokens and shit rather than metal coinage with clay tokens, but you integrated this historical setting it past the James Escher chronology. Good job for taking it out for Elizabeth. The evolution of writing. This token, it's just you got a cult. Cool, right on. You can't even talk. You got weird lips. Illustrates that. Look at these cult pastors. Observe them. Every single one. Every single one. You can observe their lips. Seal it off. Tell them no more teaching. They're all cults. You knock it off. Seal it off. It's sacred. Knock it off. Stop the fuck. Write your retirement and turn it into a good cult website, please. I'm just doing your newspaper article and getting you started, because and in getting you started is like, oh, I guess this is what everything meant, and getting you started is taking the Bible away from you and your former interpretation. So having done that pretty well in it, now you're just a tax gatherer, by the way. And what the woman has been born of silver coins and loses one coin does not light a lamp and sweep the house and search until she carefully finds it. So in 1666, until she carefully found it, that is that 5 days. 5 days into the monarchical patterns in 1850, 1859. So you have a royal fuck in you. You're no, this is too sacred for you to fuck around with. Yeah, uh, all I can give to you for that is my instructions for my concubine to never look at you. Your soul, and I need you to put on a paper bag over your head, please. Thank you.